Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor in Paradise, a guy's review. Do me a favor, follow me on Instagram at DNeals, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. In the Patreon, we have extra stand-up comedy videos and other private live streams available for you. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. Thank you guys all so much for all of your support. All right, Bachelor in Paradise. Here's what I do. You guys know it. You love it or you like it or you just deal with it while you do other things. You're doing the laundry, you're breastfeeding, you're ignoring your boss, your children. What's the difference? We're here. I take notes. I'm reading back to you. No edits, no clips, no cuts. Me, you, maybe a laugh or two. All right, so we start off this episode. Only a couple episodes left. Summer's over. Happy autumnal equinox. Have your pumpkin spice latte, which hopefully should fill the void for what will be another cold, dark winter. Make a couple extra pumps of that pumpkin to get over it. All right, Joe and Serena dancing on the beach. 150 feet away from them, Kendall watches it all unfold like bad theater. You know, you ever do like the drive-in movie theater? It's like, can we change the channel? It's like, no, that's actually really happening in front of you. She's like having a drink. Can we look the other way? Why do I need to watch them fall in love? That's kind of like any breakup. It's like, look, I wish them well. I just don't want to ever see them in my life again. Well, imagine being stuck on the same beach with them. This is like a purgatory from hell. Kendall asks Joe to go talk on the day bed, but it's nighttime, so it's a night bed. She tells Joe she never stopped loving him. They hug. She cries on his shoulder. He says, it's fine. I'm here for you. And the other girl, Serena's like, are you though? I thought you were here for me. You can't be here for me and let your ex cry on your shoulder. We need boundaries, folks. Joe says, why did you come here? Joe asks Kendall, why did you come here? And then Kendall says, I feel like we came for the same reason. And then there's a pregnant pause. And then Kendall goes, why did you come here? So I'm sure Kendall had the producers tell her, hey, if you say you love Joe, he'll come back with you. And Joe's like, that's not what I'm here for. So he said he came out there for the followers. I'm kidding. That was Brendan. He's gone. Just kidding. So Joe says he came out there because he knew it was over between him and Kendall. She says that she felt the same way, but clearly if he changed his, like I feel like if he professed his love for her, they'd be back together. I don't know. It's very toxic, whatever's happening over there with them. It's like, cut the cord. You didn't like him in California. Why are you going to like him in Sausalito, wherever the heck they are? He responds, it is what it is, I suppose. That you guys know me. I hate that saying more than anything. It is what it is, but this is a case where it is what it was, and it was not meant to be. Then Kendall decides to leave. Kendall leaves, and then she goes, my time on the beach has been torturous. Tell that to John McCain, right? Someone who's actually a war hero who's been tortured. She's like, it was torturous. It was 90 degrees and humid. Sure, we had breaks, and they provided plenty of sunblock and free alcohol. And yeah, we actually got paid for it. But it was torture. Let me tell you something. Well, I got exposure. I get to make a living on my own, late stage capitalism, and people really like me. Maybe I'll get a Bachelorette edit. But torture it was. Now, I understand. Come on. The heart wants what the heart wants. The heart feels ripped apart. They do the car ride back to the airport. She says, Joe is my person. Present tense. She says, this is devastating. Well, why didn't she fight for the relationship? She's like, Joe's my person, just not in Chicago. Joe's not my person in Chicago. Not so much in the Midwest, but Joe's my person on vacation. If I was a conspiracist, and I'm not, I'd wonder if this is a play for Kendall to become the Bachelorette. I believe those tears are real, but I believe at the same time, hey, if you're going to get broken up with, do it on TV. Get some sympathy followers out of it. You know what I mean? All right, Little John shows up. Yeah, Little John in beach attire is my favorite Little John. He just looks so good in casual floral. Who knew we needed Little John in casual floral? Little John says he wants to make Paradise a little more interesting. It's like, you did by showing up. We had Chris Harrison, now we have Little John. You made it a little more interesting. That spices up the beach any day in my book. Nonetheless, he brings Ed and Damar to the beach, the party boys, Ed and Damar. Ed is so ripped. What is that? He's got abs that have their own what is going on? Ed looks like he's never even looked at a Olive Garden menu, let alone eaten the breadsticks. What's happening with you? Damar pulls Marissa aside. This is what they baited us, saying, maybe Damar will take Marissa from Riley. It's like, all right, fat chance. Riley's torn. Damar's his boy. Marissa's his girl. What's a man to do? Riley goes, if we could stop the dudes from coming in, that would be nice. And Riley's like, hey, he's like, listen, production, can we do no more guys coming in? I think we've had enough. Can we just end the guys? Production's like, oh no, there's Plenty more guys. You think that was a lot of abs? More abs are coming. Damar asked Chelsea on a date. Ed asked Natasha. Ed and Natasha was like, how could this work out? This doesn't seem like a thing. Hey, it kind of does. Marissa says she needs more from Riley. She's crying and she's in her head. Love does that. Love can hurt. Love's ugly. It's messy. It'll make your mascara run. She says she doesn't want to ruin things by having the conversation about the next steps, but it's like, that's what you got to do. You got to define the relationship. DTR. Double date does art class. They go art class, right, folks? They're out there gripping some paintbrushes, amongst other things. Natasha and Chelsea have to draw. Demar and Ed. I'm just surprised that Ed and Natasha hit it off. I didn't know. Ed, just back on Clay Artasia's season, Ed was kind of like the goofy guy who went to go hang out with Chris Harrison. Nice guy. Seems very smart guy. That's what they tell me. I don't know. Is he smart? Whatever. He's got cartoon hair. He's got like a politician hair, but he's got party boy abs. That's the combination. Unlike me, I've got newscaster hair and weatherman personality. But here I am, folks, hot and humid. So they do the double date. Noah and Abigail are canoodling on a lunch date. There isn't much. How are we supposed to follow the Brendan and Piper saga? I'm still making 15 videos a day about them. Everyone's got something to say, and now we're trying to create drama over here. They're ready to call David Spade back and have him fight a crab. Speaking of crabs, Noah and Abigail, they are considered boring on the show. This is a good thing. If you're ever on the show and you're considered boring, it means you know how to talk to people and communicate effectively. If you're considered dramatic and a ton of fun to watch, that's because your stuff's not that together. Your marbles are all over. You've lost them. Kenny and Mari get the date card. They have to eat tacos off each other's body. Careful when you nibble on the carne asada, Kenny, all right? It's clearly not sexy since he was belly laughing. They're trying to play the sexy music, but they cut to him and he's like, you just see tacos dancing between his tits. My fiance would be disgusted if she had to eat food off of me. She'd be like, babe, did you wash? I'd be like, yeah. She's like, with soap? Yeah, I used a loofah. The old loofah? The one that sticks to the wall without any, just sticks to the wall. Yeah, I used a loofah. That's disgusting. Get away from me. She'd be like, well, what is that? She's like picking nipple hair out of the enchilada. Okay, folks, come on. Mari says Kenny is very excited to eat my tacos. He's expressed that quite a bit. Well, Mari's back in timeout, according to Mari's dad. Kenny is down to taco truck. That's DTTT, down to taco truck. Down to truck it out. Mari says she's going to tell Kenny that she is falling in love with him. Then Mari tells Kenny she thinks they are going to be good after this. It's always funny watching people try to not be the first person to say they're falling in love. She's like, we're going to be good after this. If we fell, it might be into love. It's like, just say what you feel, But I get it. They don't want to freak each other out. We're also wounded. All these adults, it's like, they're all big and bad. You got 15 abs all the way up into the chin. Nothing but strength. But it's like, God forbid we tell another human we love them. Call your moms up, right, folks? Let them know you love them before it's too late. So Kenny says that. And then Kenny goes, at the end of the day. Whenever someone starts with at the end of the day, it's just like, at the end of the day, he goes, I do feel like I'm falling in love with you. Could you be more passive? At the end of the day, I do feel like I'm falling. That's like if he's on Shark Tank. At the end of the day, I do feel like we would be a good fit for your company if for 10% equity. She goes, that's funny because I'm falling in love with you too. Kenny goes, you sure about that? She goes, 100%. So that is a real Shark Tank deal right there. Kenny says, I don't tell that to people too often, just my dog, just so you know. I only tell my dog I love him. So even if you piss in the kitchen, I'm still going to love you. I might push your nose into... No, kidding. For dessert, they get to lick some whipped cream off of Riley's toes. Now, that would be nice, right? For Riley, that big thumb coming out. All right, James is fighting for Tia's attention. She's got choices between him and Blake. Tattoos versus testosterone. I, for one, have always liked James. Maybe because I feel like people prejudge James because of his muscles, but he seems like a sweet guy. If James were around from a previous season, these girls would be more into him, but he was like an unknown. He came from Katie's season. They hadn't seen it air out yet, and he didn't have too much sexual chemistry with Katie. He's got I guess, I don't know what James's type is, but he hasn't had too many people vying for his attention here, but it's like, dude's a catch, He's got the hair gel back. He's got the blue eye. The guy's a catch. Tia says she likes James, but her vajige prefers Blake. Sometimes you just have to listen to your vajige. Tia asks her vagis to make a decision for her, like it's her life coach. I kind of guess your sex organs, they kind of are your life coach, right? They point you in the right direction. Sometimes they point you into red flags. No big deal, right? Marissa's turn. She's freaking out. She's like most ladies in the sense that she wants her guy to be assertive, but not needy. The women are very specific. I want him to be assertive. Tell me how you feel, but don't over tell me how you feel. It's like real delicate. Men are like, I don't know what you want. She wants to know if Riley wants to fight for her. She doesn't want him to fight for her. She just wants to know that he would fight for her. Riley isn't great at showing his emotions, so she's a little doubtful. We love Riley. We saw with Claire and Tayshia that Riley had like a heart of gold, but he still has like a hang up. You can see this emotional wall that happens when he talks about his family. That's kind of a good thing, not to have the wall, but it's a good thing to know that you feel something like that for your family, and there's maybe things that are unresolved. It's like, bro, go to therapy, talk to someone about it. You're such a strong, awesome guy that you're only going to be a stronger version of yourself when you can like release whatever those burdens were. Call me up. I'll talk to you. I'll be your friend, Riley. Marissa encourages Riley to open up. He cries. Good bonding. He says, I hate talking about this. She says, you need to. That's a good partnership. She's not afraid of his emotional side. Because women always, listen, all the time women go, I just want a guy to be more emotional. Let me tell you something. Every guy out there has cried in front of a woman and it has scared the hell out of her. Let us be emotional. So what if I want to cry watching Dancing with the Stars? Yeah, I'm wearing my sequin leotard. Who cares? Who are you to judge me? By the way, if you didn't watch it, I got my Matt James video up from yesterday. Really good cha-cha. Really good with Lindsay Arnold does his cha-cha. He got a score of 24 out of 40. Not bad. Middle of the pack. I think he's got room for improvement. Do you guys have room for improvement? Follow me on Instagram. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And also join the Facebook page, Dave Neal's Community on Facebook. I'll post a link below. We had 400 new people join this week. It's a brand new community for us to chat about everything, Bachelor related, my YouTube channel. And then whenever I have stand-up shows, I'll be in San Diego tomorrow, Thursday night. If anyone wants to come to the show, find out the details over there. I've got it posted on the Dave Neal community. All right, so Riley says, I've been in love before. I can see myself going that way. Again, also very passive. Finally, Marissa got some reassurances from Riley. Riley tells Marissa he's excited for her to meet his mom. That's a big move. That's a big move in my book. She starts to say, I love you to him. She pauses. He goes, say it. She's like, well, I wanted to, and he goes, say it. And then they tell each other they're falling in love with each other. Riley and Marissa, I don't know, man. They're looking pretty good to me. You know, we got Riley and Marissa. We've got Grocery Store Joe and Serena. And we got Mari and Kenny. Which of these couples do you think have the goods to make it go the long run? I'll tell you right now. I think Kenny and Kenny and Mari, I think are the strongest couple. They've been through a lot of adversity on the beach. They got through their bad communication and they're still strong. I think Riley and Marissa are like right behind them, very strong. Grocery Store Joe and Serena, I think they're strong too on paper, but the more I look at it, I go, she's young. I don't know. I know they're all young. Who knows? I see her and I go, really? They got the international thing. Who knows? All right, thunder starts rumbling. The crew shows up to tell the beach that a dangerous tropical storm is heading to the beach. They say, don't panic. Go pack your bags. I'd be throwing biscuits in my pockets. I'd be taking the little butters. Who knows where they're taking you? Get all the food you can. Take every one of the margaritas, pour it into a bucket and a big garden hose straw. They pause the rose ceremony. Why is it whenever someone says don't panic, the first thing you want to do is panic, get out of there, go. Some of the guys are saying, like, if we don't make it, stay safe. All right, it's not Armageddon. It's a little storm. You'll be fine. Next commercial break, Paradise is back in session. Nothing happens. They didn't film any of it, so clearly nothing happens. Lil Jon says cocktail ceremony in 1 hour. Glam up, he says. I need to use that term from now on when I'm going out with my fiance. Honey, the Uber's coming. Glam up. Let's do it. Lil Jon roasts Marissa and Riley. He's like, y'all already dressing alike. How funny is that? That's what happens. You start dating, you start dressing. You don't even try. You're like, I guess we're wearing violet today. You start dressing. Someone's listening to this, statistically, someone's watching this with their partner and they're both wearing chinos. Like, come on, live a little. Change it up. Tia says she can't stay away from the bad boy thing. Blake drives a motorcycle. Tia wants Blake to fight for her. I guess she likes the bad boys. What can you do? His response, he goes, I'm a simple person. That's like I'm a simple person. That's like a Matthew McConaughey. All right. I'm just a simple person, She goes, what can you do there? So it's a solid excuse. He's a simple man. Blake says, I'd do anything in the world for you if you just told me what you wanted. He's like, but just keep it simple. I'm a simple guy. You want a foot massage? I'll go blend a daiquiri. Tell me what you want. We talked about this on the live stream. It's like love languages, right? It's like he's saying, I'll show you, I'll tell you I love you. She's like, show me. He's like, I'm telling you, I'm showing you by telling you. She's like, show me. He's like, I love you. It's like, they can't hear each other. They're just like, oh, all right. Either it's not going to work or you got to learn each other's love language. That's really the only way around it. I love watching Riley commentate. So he's watching it all go down. And then James starts kissing Tia. And Riley's in the background going, James has a slight edge. Surprisingly. I just love that he's like, all right. He's like commentating it in real time. I had to switch to my index card because I had to set up the live stream. Last minute rose scrambling. The rose ceremony scrambling when all the guys were trying to like hustle a date. This is when you really get manipulative. You're like, all right, I'll take you. Let's go. It's like when you're picking dodgeball teams and there's 2 people left. And you're like, you come over here. You'll be a good shield for me. Just get dodgeballs pelted off their heads. Aaron and Ivan fight for Chelsea. Ivan woos her with, he goes, you're dope. Anything could happen. And then I go, is this pickup line going to work? And then they start making out. It's like, what was that? They kiss, they hold hands. Aaron's having a rough beach for Aaron. He's just watching every guy out there just scoop up his ladies. They go, he's rose hunting, bro. Yeah, it's rose hunting season. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Aaron threatens violence. He goes, I would slap that beard off his face. Come on, Aaron. So then they were holding hands, and then people are wondering what the hell happened back at the hotel. What happened during the tropical storm? Let me know if you guys have any clues. I guess we're going to find this out next week. Did they record anything? Were there shenanigans that happened in the hotel room? We'll never know. Let me know what you guys think. Again, don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals for new stand-up comedy, and also the patreon.com/Dave Neal for the private community, or if you want to donate, you can go to Venmo and all that at the end title card. I appreciate all the donations that have come our way. Thank you guys so much for watching this. More content coming. No live stream tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be in San Diego for live stand-up, but I'll have content for you all day, Thursday, Friday, and this weekend. Bye now. Thanks for watching.